economy and all that. There is the expenditure part of it, and with that, then there is call for accountability on how funds are being spent in the country. Because we've talked about wastage and corruption that is there, but that does not follow the accountability that needs to be there. Because one says, where money is, follow the function. And if you follow the function, it will take you back to how that money was spent. Why are we not seeing accountability on individuals who have spent money, public funds, in the wrong way, and nobody, heads are not rolling?
I want to appreciate this National Assembly of 13 Parliament, because as we came in, the audit committees were picking auditors' report for around 5 years down the line in terms of delay. I want to appreciate Auditor General, Nancy Katungu. When she came in, audit were in arrears of almost 3 years to 4 years. But as we speak now, we receive current, up-to-date audit reports to the committees that are relevant. And they've been looking at this. I don't know what's happening at counties. I've also seen Senate are now discussing most current financial years of our audits and recommendations. I think some of the recommendations that have gone to EACC and DPP, these are also other institutions that they need to help us. Sometimes, say the truth, someone, upon seeing the kind of punishment that have been executed on a given mistake or on a given case that can be executed to the latter without cases being thrown out in court, it will deter. The only way to deter this one is when we see cases that have been followed to conclusion. We still have a problem on that side up to now. So even people are developing immune. Those who implement it are developing immune because after all, okay, I hope that someone says, as long as they find you have something that you are going to manage the situation, as long as that attitude is there, Parliament can make a lot of laws. That's what I said. You can legislate everything, but you cannot legislate the character.
Well, this is some of the things that we're looking at this morning, then to be able to talk about what happens budget 2026, 2027. There's a lot of work to be done.
There's a lot of work to be done.
There's the crying that is being done is unfortunately because a lot of implementation has not been carried out.
But I would be praying,
we have to take on that regardless.
I would be praying that as a community, as HASI, even in the media, we are able to scrutinize our budgets very well, so that also we move from a regime of a blame regime to a regime of action-oriented, picking out, like now we were discussing and saying, okay, fine, in this department there is this money meant for this. Do we need this now?
Yes.
I think if we grow to that level, if we're able to elevate our discussion to that level, we would be more proactive than being reactive. I think we have a society that is purely reactive, and most of this reactivity is twinkled with political persuasion. Sometimes we lose out, because you also make those who are in administration, just because of bashing, develop, again, as I call it, immune, and be able to, and be adamant, and sustain and continue what they were doing. But if we have a society that is far and, relieved of political persuasion, and we look at things objectively, we are going to help ourselves. Otherwise, when we throw it and tie it to politicians, I've never seen politics that has won.
Yeah.
Because politics is a contest, and who's going to suffer?
Indeed.
We are discussing issues which are very legit here, but it remains to be stories of where? Of here. For today, we were in SpiceFM, we've discussed this one.
Yeah.
When are we going to be very objective and say, fine, we have a government of the day. We hold you responsible, give us services.
Implement.
This, do this and this.
Exactly.
And even as we check and critique objectively, not taking to politicians those who want to come to power without even agree agenda of what they are going to do better than this.
Indeed.
And it is us to elect the same people just because they don't want this regime and they want to see, we seem them to be pointing finger at this, we clap for them, then give them when they have no agenda. When they get there, they again stagnate, and they think that it's our time to also make.
Okay.
Member of Parliament for Kasese is CPA Julius Rutto.